Bronco, will you share your entire revert story?
Yeah, of course. So back in 2019, I was living in Michigan. Came back to New Mexico. My family was in El Paso, so I had nobody to stay with. I had nobody to live with, so I stayed with some friends, or so-called friends, and they ended up getting me into trouble. So around the end of 2019, I got arrested and I got charged with a few robberies that I had nothing to do with. And so I was sitting in jail, and I just had a conversation with God because at that time nobody would really believe that. Like, you're living with them, you did it. The only ones that knew that I didn't do that was me and God. So at that time, I had made a dua. I asked God, who, the one who knows all. I said, if you get me out of here, I'll submit. I'll submit to you. And He knew I was sincere, and He knew that I was innocent as well. Like, I had nothing to do with that. So the next morning, my dua is answered. I get out, and not only that, but so I used to be a Mormon as well. So there's a lawyer that he was a Mormon. He knew me. We were still in contact, but he knew I started diving into the Christian church instead of the Mormon church. And he heard about me. He called me. He says, I'll take your case. And he's a really good lawyer here in town. And I accepted his help, and he didn't charge me. Yeah, I started diving into the Christian church more because I thought, it's time for me to submit. But around the churches here, mostly all they talk about is politics and try to get you to vote for this person, and you never really hear like anything you can imply into your life. So I kept like, I don't know, it wasn't it for me. I told my wife I need something that is going to make me like submit, like I want daily routine. Like at home, one of the days at home, I was on YouTube and I seen that order a free Quran. I didn't even know what Islam was at that time. So I started looking. I ordered the free Quran. It came in about 3 weeks, and I started reading it. And from the beginning, it got my attention. Later on, with time, I asked a lot of questions. It took me about a year and a half because I asked a lot of questions to the Imam. Searching up on YouTube, and yeah, eventually, Alhamdulillah, I took my Shahada. And then 8 months later, my mom took her Shahada. My wife took her Shahada, and then
Wow.
my brother took his Shahada. My
Oh,
sister-in-law took his Shahada. My friend took his Shahada. Like, I started giving
whoa.
dawah to everybody, and Alhamdulillah, it's been beautiful since then.